University campus in Hyderabad, my son's batchmate harassed a girl by texting her. He fought with his batchmate after finding that the latter took the girl's number from his phone. The matter has been resolved. Bandi Sanjay's son, who is in the dock, and the incident that happened 2 months ago is what the father is claiming. I want to cut across to my colleague Aneri before we also put out a reaction. She's live with us on the broadcast. Aneri, detail for us the statement coming in from Bandi Sanjay.
Well, Suesha, what we have been seeing is that a video has gone viral of BJP state president Bandi Sanjay's son, where he has been seen thrashing a student who is said to be a classmate of his. And this happened almost 2 months back is what the BJP state president Bandi Sanjay's team has been stating. And also at the same time we see that after this was brought to the notice of the police officials by the college authorities, yesterday night there was a criminal case which was booked against Bandi Sanjay's son, Bandi Sahib Bhagirat. And also at the same time now what we are seeing is that police officials state that further he will be served notice and also further investigation will be taken up. But now the point here is that the victim who was seen being beaten up by Bandi Sanjay's son, Sahib Bhagirat, where a video of his clarification has come up, where he says that he had apparently misbehaved with a girl and he had texted her, and that is why this whole incident had taken up. And however later this was this matter was completely neglected. It is what the opposition parties have been saying, because this was not taken up to the college authorities nor it was reported to the police officials. But now after the video has gone viral, we see that police officials have now booked a case against Sahib Bhagirat, who is Bandi Sanjay's son. And also at the same time police officials say that further he will be served notice and further investigation will also be taken up into this matter.
All right, we wait and watch what comes out of the investigation and whether this statement really cuts eyes with the kind of justification that is being given. But for the moment, we also have a response coming in from the TRS spokesperson. Let's listen to what's been said.
So whenever it has taken, if it has come into the notice of the institution and if they have taken some disciplinary action, I think everyone should go by that. So just because it's been done 30 days or a month above doesn't mean that he is free from the legal trial. And most importantly, BJP state president should set an example by at least asking his son, because it is Bharatiya Janata Party which always speaks about family politics. Then why is he using his political post as an abuse of power to shield his son? Because yesterday after that his press meet clearly shows that Bandi Sanjay is only defending his son. 2 videos have come up. We do not know if those are of 2 different victims of one victim, but the way he has been thrashed is absolutely proving the abuse of power of BJP state president, and that is why his son is behaving like that. And
now you say that it's they are trying to use political power, but however now the case has been registered, further he'll be also served notice. So what's there to do politics on this?
Well, Bharatiya Janata Party knows how to drag family members, drag children. Here definitely it is going on where legal trial or the institution will take an action. But how have you set a moral standard? You preach, Bharatiya Janata Party preaches to the nation, Bandi Sanjay preaches everyone daily, then you have to set an example. Instead of apologizing, instead of, teaching a lesson to your son.
All right, so the TR is still critical of the way Bandi Sanjay has been on the defensive over his son's behavior, but Bandi Sanjay putting out a completely different story as he says that his son is on the right side, but the investigation that continues. We're slipping into a very short commercial break. We'll take a quick check of the other big stories. We'll wrap up to you this afternoon. Election Commission news briefing is at 2:30 p.m. ECI to declare dates of polling in Tripura, Meghalaya and Nagaland. Also, India to face New Zealand in first one-day international and three-match ODI series in Hyderabad.
When timeless European design meets cutting-edge technology, it's QO. QO, European Bath Lounges.
From dropping the nuclear threat to saying Pakistan has learnt lessons.
Pakistan has learned its lesson. We had 3 wars with India, 3. And the consequence of those wars, as a result, it only brought more miseries.
Bhutto's boss Sharif admits lesson learnt. From embarrassed to learning lessons. Pakistan forced to fall in line.
Mails exchanged with Robert Vadra.
The allegation against Robert Vadra being that this central London property, which is in the name of Sanjay Bhandari, is a property that is de facto owned by none other than Robert Vadra himself.
An arms dealer tracked down to London.
Mr. Bhandari, Mr. Bhandari.
An investigation the nation followed. Sanjay Bhandari will be extradited. A Republic investigation impact.
The biggest news.
The Chinese economy is not as attractive as it used to be. The American economy is hinged on an overextension. It is fragile, it is overstretched. But if India is to emerge as an alternative, I hate to sound cruel about it, America has to fall. Can America course correct?
Whatever happens to America, the worst affected country will be China.
So they'll fall together.
Serious problems, because the kind of problems that China will face if the export-driven economy receives a setback, I don't think the Chinese system will be able to manage.
The biggest newsmakers.
Your government says bring in the CA, change the legislation. You are saying that Hindus from Bangladesh should come, but they are also foreigners. This changes the full premise of the same students' agitation with which you have been associated yourself.
Hindu doesn't have any address except India. As a Indian, no one can deny the rights of persecuted Hindu to come back to their own motherland. Can Hindu go to Arab? Can Hindu go to Pakistan? Can Hindu go to certain other country? Hindus has to come here.
When the first temple was targeted, Republic was live at the location.
London has been very peaceful, but these Khalistani groups have been really taking out rallies in large number, mobilizing people in large number for referendum. They have been saying that the Indian government should really allow referendum in Punjab.
When the second temple was desecrated, Republic was live at the location.
These people don't have guts to go to the Australian Parliament and do something similar to this there. They are only attacking Hindus' temple because they know that Hindus are always taken for granted.
Republic Live.
Foiled the Pakistani bid for smuggling the weapons in the Indian territory, and this time this recovery has been made in the Gurdaspur sector nearby the international border. And in fact the BSF has recovered 4 made in China pistols along with 8 magazines and 47 rounds. And even according to the statement of BSF, they have spotted a drone on the intervening night of 17th and 18th January, and following which they have opened the fire. And in fact in the morning, after searching the area, they have recovered a huge cache of arms and ammunitions along with 4 pistols and 8 magazines and 47 rounds. And further the search is going on to find out who are the ground workers of these consignments supposed to be collected by whom. And in fact further investigation is on with the help of the local police. And even this time this recovery was made in the Gurdaspur sector, where this drone has dropped the weapon consignment that was recovered by the BSF nearby the international border.
Akhilesh Yadav, the Samajwadi Party chief, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, left leaders, and also the Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan is all set to take part in the first BRS public meeting, which is all set to take place in Khammam today. We'll be right back after a short break. Keep watching Republic TV.
Mails exchanged with Robert Vadra.
The allegation against Robert Vadra being that this central London property, which is in the name of Sanjay Bhandari, is a property that is de facto owned by none other than Robert Vadra himself.
An arms dealer tracked down to London.
Mr. Bhandari. Mr. Bhandari.
An investigation the nation followed. Sanjay Bhandari will be extradited. A Republic investigation impact.
The biggest news.
The Chinese economy is not as attractive as it used to be. The American economy is hinged on an overextension. It is fragile, it is overstretched. But if India is to emerge as an alternative, I hate to sound cruel about it, America has to fall. Can America course correct?
Whatever happens to America, the worst affected country will be China.
So they'll fall together.
Serious problems, because the kind of problems that China will face if the export-driven economy receives a setback, I don't think the Chinese system will be able to manage.
The biggest newsmakers.
Your government says bring in the CA, change the legislation. You are saying that Hindus from Bangladesh should come, but they are also foreigners. This changes the full premise of the same students' agitation with which you have been associated yourself. Hindu doesn't have any address except India. As an Indian, no one can deny the rights of persecuted Hindu to come back to their own motherland. Can Hindu go to Arab? Can Hindu go to Pakistan? Can Hindu go to certain other country? Hindus has to come here.
When the first temple was targeted, Republic was live at the location.
London has been very peaceful, but these Khalistani groups have been really taking out rallies in large number, mobilizing people in large number for referendum. They have been saying that the Indian government should really allow referendum in Punjab.
When the second temple was desecrated, Republic was live at the location.
These people don't have guts to go to the Australian Parliament and do something similar to this there. They are only attacking Hindus' temple because they know that Hindus are always taken for granted.
Republic Live from Melbourne. The biggest news.
So in your view, what was the role of the media at a time when national security can be jeopardized? So do you think there was a section of the narrative, people, media, whatever, wittingly or unwittingly, for example, vis-a-vis Pakistan normalizing terrorism?
I think the real debate with Pakistan is not should you talk to Pakistan or not talk to Pakistan. It is what should you talk to Pakistan about. And there has been clarity in the last 5 years that unless we address the issue of terrorism, cross-border terrorism, talking about anything else doesn't make sense.
The biggest newsmakers.
How's the faster rollout of
And cutting across to these pictures coming in from Khammam, where the BRS is meeting with the other opposition leaders on your screens right now. KCR accompanied by leaders from Samajwadi Party, Aam Aadmi Party, Left, and all of them have come together as this is really being looked at on whether KCR is building a third front. This is the mega public rally. And I want to cut across to my colleague Aneri, who's outside the Lakshmi Narsimha temple in Khammam. Aneri, Arvind Kejriwal on the left and KCR right next to the opposition leaders. It is being looked at as an attempt to build a third front ahead of the 2024 polls. Are we really looking at that kind of strength coming in together?
Well, definitely, Suesh, a lot of questions in connection with this meeting which is going to take place here in Khammam. As we continue to report from Khammam, we are at the venue where we see that all the banners have now put up here in Khammam, and also before this public meeting, before the leaders arrive here for the public meeting, all the leaders, including Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwat Mann, Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, Akhilesh Yadav, and also D. Raja, who are right now at the Yadadri temple, the famous Yadadri temple here in Telangana. They had earlier met Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao in Hyderabad at Pragati Bhavan, and now we see that now they are performing puja at the Yadadri temple. And also this very meeting is the first meeting of the Bharatiya Rashtra Samiti after Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao announced his national party. This is the very first meeting which is now taking place here in Khammam, trying to send out a big message ahead of the 2024 elections. And also at the same time, now the larger question remains is that are they coming up with a new front? But then where is Congress party in this? Where are other parties in this? And also, if there is an attempt to come up with a new front, then what would be the next strategy of this? Because this comes just a day after the BJP's national executive meeting, which had taken place in the national capital, where they had come up with a strategy for 2024 election, strategy for the state assembly elections. Well, not to forget, Telangana will also be seeing polls at this year end, and that is why this very public meeting of Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, along with other leaders who have been coming in from various parties, let it be Arvind Kejriwal, Akhilesh Yadav or Pinarayi Vijayan, well, a big message being trying to send out by the BRS party. And also at the same time, now we also see that are they trying to come up, are they trying to stitch up a new front against the Bharatiya Janata Party, or what's their main aim will remain to be is a larger question, because we see that this is the very first public meeting. I would like I'll try and show you how this place is as you can see here, that this area is all decked up, and also at the same time we see that right now all the arrangements have been put in place. At around 2:30 is the time when we are expecting all the leaders to come here to reach Khammam after they visit Yadadri. And also right now, as you can see in the visuals, all the leaders are here at Yadadri where they are performing puja. And also not to forget how there was politics also being done by the Bharatiya Janata Party, where BJP state president had raised questions on the KCR, on Telangana Chief Minister, saying that Telangana Chief Minister or Kalvakuntla family is turning out temples into a business center, and that is why he's trying to showcase what he has done. But then also and also at the same time, now a larger question is that this public meeting which is being held here in Hyderabad, in Khammam, are they trying to form a new alliance, or what is in the making for ahead of the elections also is a larger question, because we have been seeing that next in coming days we will be seeing that there will be Karnataka State Assembly elections, and in this year end we also see that Telangana will also be going to polls, and also now we see that this very public meeting which is being taking place is the first public meeting of the BRS after K. Chandrasekhar Rao changed and decided that they would come up with a national party, a new party where they aim to go national. Well, Telangana Chief Minister had also recently launched his new party office in the national capital. And now this public meeting which is going to take place here in some time from now, where Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwat Mann, Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, Akhilesh Yadav and also D. Raja from the CPI is also going to take part in this public meeting. So definitely larger question now is that are they planning to come up with a new front? What would be their new strategy, and is this a preparation for the 2024 polls?
Oh yes, but very clear message of putting out these pictures, and what the opposition leaders are certainly hinting at, and not just that, how the city of Khammam is shimmering in pink. All these opposition leaders and their welcome that has been planned with large cutouts of, as you mentioned, Arvind Kejriwal, Bhagwant Mann, Akhilesh Yadav, Chandrasekhar Rao, of course, welcoming these leaders, and it is sans the Congress. So that puts out a huge message of how they are looking at building a third front. We've seen how these attempts by Mamata Banerjee in the past didn't really lead to fruition, but the BJP certainly mocking this bonhomie, saying nothing is going to come out of it. So we will really know with time, Aneri, if they are able to build that front and who really will lead it, and if the other opposition leaders are in agreement. But for now, these pictures and the message they put out of how they're coming together with each other, and this is really ahead of the 2024 polls against the BJP. Aneri? Alright, not too sure if Aneri can hear me at this point, but please stay with these pictures. And the leaders who have gathered for this big public meeting of the BRF organized by Chandrasekhar Rao, as it is being attended by Chief Ministers Arvind Kejriwal, Pinarayi Vijayan, Bhagwant Mann, and also among these leaders is Akhilesh Yadav. So 3 parties that are a part of this big meet, and it is as of now being looked at as whether the opposition leaders are trying to build a third front. A lot of arrangements have been put into place, security has been tightened, and the city of Khammam shimmering in pink right now as they are at the Lakshmi Narsimha temple. Aneri, talk to us. I believe you're with us now. What's the plan from here on? Where are they headed? And are they also going to create a roadmap, a strategy for how they are now going to build a third front?
Well, Suvaisha, definitely larger questions and many questions will be answered today is what we are expecting, as Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao and the BRS party chief is going to hold a mega public meeting here in Khammam, where we see that all the arrangements have been put in place, large number of banners across the city of Khammam, and also at the same time security being tightened here, because we see that many leaders including Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Bhagwant Mann, Punjab Chief Minister, and D. Raja, left leader like Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan is also going to come here to take part in the public meeting, which is going to, and also not to forget, Suvaisha, this is the very first public meeting after Telangana Chief Minister and the BRS party chief had announced his national party, and they had decided to go national, because how there's a tussle which is going on between the BRS and the BJP from a long time. How Telangana Chief Minister and the leaders here in Telangana have been criticizing time and again. They have been criticizing the central government over various things, over various projects, and projects not being allotted to the Telangana state. And we also have been seeing how recently Telangana Chief Minister had inaugurated the party office, had inaugurated the BRS party office in the national capital with the aim to go national, where we had seen Akhilesh Yadav, Kumaraswamy also being there in that during that inauguration. But right now, as we continue to show you these pictures from the public meeting venue in Khammam, where preparations are all on, security has been tightened up here, and in some time from now, at around 2:30 or 3 p.m, we are expecting that all the leaders will be on the one stage. But also now a larger question is that is this a preparation for the 2024 elections? Because we see that how K. Chandrasekhar Rao is going all out against the central government, against the Bharatiya Janata Party. But then larger question once again remains is that where is Congress party? And if there's a trying trying of making a new front, then will this front be without the Congress party remains to be seen, because now we also are seeing that how they are right now. All the leaders who came down to Hyderabad last night, right now they are at Yadadri Temple, the famous Yadadri Temple, and also in some time from now they will be heading towards Khammam here, and will be here at around 2:30 is what we are expecting, Suesha.
Oh yes, absolutely. But fact is, Aneri, that this holds a lot of political significance. Akhilesh Yadav wanting to go ahead without the Congress party. Is it an anti-Congress front? And will they be able to put up a strong force to fight the BJP? So a lot of those questions that really do stare when it comes to these opposition leaders coming with each other and putting out these pictures. What is the larger message? And the BJP certainly saying that this is not going to be a successful attempt. But how will these leaders now chalk out a strategy if it is really about fighting the BJP? And is there a plan in place? But very, very symbolic pictures in that sense. In 2023, as these are once again attempts of the opposition leaders coming together to take that opposition unity call. Mayawati has gone solo, and certainly a big setback to the Congress party of how they have not even been included.
Well, Suesha, when we talk about time and again trying to form an alliance or trying to come up with an alternate front, we have been seeing there are many such attempts being made, let it be from the Congress party end or let it be from Mayawati. But when we talk about this very thing which is happening right now here in Khammam, where we are seeing that a large number of banners are being put up, and also at the same time we see that there are leaders who are coming from various parties, Aam Aadmi Party, Samajwadi Party, then Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, left leader D. Raja also, who is going to take part here in this public meeting. But then also at the same time, as you rightly pointed out, there have been attempts to go solo by Mayawati also. But then now, as Bharatiya Janata Party have been pointing out, who will, if they are coming with or if there's an attempt to come up with a front, then who will lead this front? What would be the strategy, and how will it work out? What would be the plan of action of this alternate front? Because we also are seeing that how K. Chandrasekhar Rao has been taking on the Bharatiya Janata Party time and again at the central government over various projects, over various issues, and also at the same time now we are seeing that this attempt to make this public meeting a successful one. Well, they are expecting near about 5 lakh people to attend this public meeting here in Khammam, but also at the same time we see we'll have to wait and watch what kind of message they will be trying to send out, and what would be the exact vision of
Right. Krishna Sagar Rao, if you can hear me, how is the BJP looking at this BRS national meet, the presence of these opposition leaders and what they are attempting?
national executive meeting which was taking place in the national capital till yesterday, and now this public meeting. Well, now definitely larger question is that how will this front be working? What would be their strategy? And also at the same time, will the Congress party be involved in this front? Will they be also coming together, joining hands with this front? Also, which other leaders will be involved? Because we also see that Kumaraswamy has already supported K. Chandrasekhar Rao time and again, let it be during the announcement of the BRS party, during the inauguration of the BRS party office in the national capital. And also at the same time, we see now Akhilesh Yadav coming together, Arvind Kejriwal. So basically all the opposition leaders who are there across the
Right, right. Aneri, we also have more responses coming in. We have Krishna Sagar Rao from the BJP with us on the phone line. Krishna Sagar Rao, please firstly tell us your response as we stay with these pictures that are coming in from Khammam and really what the opposition leaders are attempting. Can this be a successful front against the BJP ahead of the 2024 polls?
It cannot be, because what you see is a desperate political optics and a validation exercise by KCR for his newly formed BRS, and nothing more than that. Now, how many people are there in this front at this point of time validating it, or just three parties? One is Communist Party, which is only in one state in the entire country, and then we have Aam Aadmi Party representatives in two chief ministers. Other than that, SP is almost an irrelevant party which has lost its ground in its own state. Now, I don't understand how it can be called a front. At the maximum, it can be called three friends coming together. And where are the other big contenders? Mamata Banerjee, where are Shiv Sena, and where is Pawarji, and where are the other people from the central and north states? Where is Mr. Patnaik? So there is nothing happening there to unify a front against Narendra Modi and Bharatiya Janata Party. It cannot actually hold because everybody has their own micro agendas. Here, KCR's BRS doesn't have anything to do with the national agenda. He is having his first opening show at a weakest district which he possesses in the state. He's basically trying to get some traction locally. There is no larger agenda to change the nation, change the governance as he talks about. It is purely to win the state in this. We have in December an election, assembly election in the state, and he wishes to win back the third term. So he's turning the tables to just ensure that instead of he being asked questions by the voters that what you have done in the last two terms, he's trying to change the goalpost and ask Narendra Modi ji as to what you have done in the last two terms. So that is the ploy. Other than that, and I am very confident that the people of the state are very, very clear about replacing CM KCR and his party with Bharatiya Janata Party in Telangana state. So this ploy is not going to work. His decline is steady, and the way forward is only downwards.
And such attempts have been made in the past. Mamata Banerjee did try to lead the baton, and this time around we again see her missing. If this is really looked at as the building of a third front, like you're saying, many other opposition leaders who are missing, so it is weak in that sense. And then what is it really that they are attempting? How are they possibly going to build a strategy if they are? All right, we may have lost that phone line with Krishna Sagar Rao, but as far as the response of the BJP is extremely clear, where they say that it is not going to see any sort of success, and a lot of opposition leaders who are not willing to be a part of this. And I want to come back to you. I believe you're also getting us more voices from the ground in Khammam, where a lot of arrangements have been made for this public meet. But what is going to be the success rate is the big question.
Well, definitely it is going to be a question, a larger question, as we are also pointing out, that is this an attempt to form a new front to take on the Bharatiya Janata Party ahead of the 2024 elections, and also as the BJP leaders have been pointing out that this wouldn't work. Well, we have with us the TRS spokesperson Krishank Mane. Will try and get an answer from him. So Krishank, we also see that there are a lot of questions being raised from the BJP leaders, saying that this public meeting or this attempt to come or get all the leaders together would not work forward, and as you have been taking upon the central government time and again, how do you see and what would you want to respond to the BJP?
Aneriji, people have to take us forward. It's not the Bharatiya Janata Party or the Congress Party. They have put people behind. They have put people backwards because they have never raised people's issues. You see this platform, ये मंच जो है, किसान के बारे में, खेती के बारे में, युवा के बारे में, बेरोजगारी के बारे में, पानी के बारे में, ऊर्जा के बारे में, about these issues we are going to raise. This is going to be the agenda. It's not, see, many people have heard friends, alliances. That is what Bharatiya Janata Party came as NDA, Congress has come as UPA. But has this served the purpose of people? So what this consortium of like-minded, Khammam is going to be historic because 4 chief ministers and 1 opposition leader. KCRG was heckled, insulted by Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress leaders that he was alone, that there are no takers for KCRG. But here you see people of different parties, leaders of different governments are coming and standing by him because what India needs is a challenger. And those challengers will be found in Khammam. It's not a race for Prime Minister or any kursi. There's 2024 elections after 1.5 years. But this 1.5 year, this platform and many more to join will focus only and only on people's issues.
As you are saying that we still have time for 2024. So do we say that this is a preparation for 2024? Because time and again, Telangana Chief Minister has been criticizing the central government over various issues. And if not, then is this an attempt to form a new front or an alternate front for the Bharatiya Janata Party? Then where is Congress Party? Will you be taking Congress Party also in this?
See, again, I repeat the same thing. It's not a front or an alliance. It's a new thought process, new alternative ideology. Congress has failed. Absolutely, Congress has failed.
Will you take Congress Party along with you if this is going to work out?
See, Congress has failed itself should explain that, we are not searching, vying for Congress or Bharatiya Janata Party. Our issue is not absolutely limited only to the politics around the merry-go-round chair of Bharatiya Janata Party or Congress. There are people's issues. People have sent us, they have given us power to assemblies or to parliament because we have to represent those issues. But what is happening? It's only between 2 individuals of Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress that parliament, the entire issue of nation is being stuck. No, please talk about agriculture. Please talk about those promises you've given to farmers, to the poor, to the youth of this nation. These issues are going to be raised from this platform, and this is just the beginning. We will spread across different states.
As you said, this is just the beginning. But then I would like to ask you one more question, that in the coming days, will there be other leaders, like as right now we see Aam Aadmi Party leader and the Delhi Chief Minister, Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav also taking part. So will there be other leaders, other opposition leaders to be more specific? Will you be calling them also, let it be Mamata Banerjee or any other leaders, Mehbooba Mufti or such leaders coming together with you?
See, one thing, when people decide, when people's agenda is on the foreground, definitely everyone will be united. The thought process, the agenda will bring us together. So please do not name us ruling or opposition parties. No, this is not about ruling or opposition parties. This is a new thought where India has to focus about, where the people of this nation has to focus about, and we will only be issue-centric. And with this issue, in the parliament, many parties have come together. Outside the parliament, in such kind of platforms, definitely there are much more people across the nation who are ready to want to come join this consortium.
So, Suesha, as you have been listening to the version of the TRS, they have been saying that definitely this would work out, they would work for the people, and definitely they will try and give a bigger message, a larger message with this public meeting, the first public meeting of the Bharat Rashtra Samiti, which is happening here in Khammam today, where we are seeing that leaders from various parties like Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav, Aam Aadmi Party Chief Arvind Kejriwal and the Delhi Chief Minister, Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwat Mann is also who are going to take part in this public meeting. So definitely the version of the TRS, as you have been listening to them, they say that if it is so, all the leaders across the country would come together to work for the people is what they say. But then they also at the same time, as you heard him, he says that this is not a race for 2024. But then what's the hurry is a larger question once again, that what's the hurry if they do not have an aim for 2024, then what is the next strategy what they are planning to come up with? Because time and again, this is not the first time where Telangana Chief Minister has been criticizing on various occasions, on various issues. Telangana Chief Minister has been hitting out at the central government of the BJP there.
Absolutely, Aneri, and we are really putting out the larger picture on our screens right now because we've seen how the BJP is fully prepared, not just for 2024, but JP Nadda is saying that not a single election can be lost in 2023. 9 state elections that are lined up. And the BJP preparing in full force. Even during the National Executive Meet, we saw the pomp and pageantry and the large-scale preparation that was really in place. But on the other hand, what do these pictures coming in from Khammam indicate? And is it symbolic to a third front? Is really the big question. Is it sans the Congress party? And who all are the opposition leaders? Because that, like the word coming in from KCR's side, that more opposition leaders are set to join in the days to come. For the moment, they are obviously touting it as only focusing on welfare and development issues and people's issues, and that is why these leaders have come together. But then again, is it really to see that there can be a strong, formidable force with a strong leader and a face that the united opposition may have to pitch against Narendra Modi ahead of the 2024 poll? So, which is why this particular event becomes very, very important to really see if it just floats in the days to come or picks up strong ground, becomes concrete, and there are larger plans that the leaders may really have, which they will action in the time to come. Aneri, for the moment, I really want you to talk to us over what is happening. But I believe we'll come back to you in a short while from now. We have some breaking news coming in. Let's quickly flash that out for our viewers. And in the face-off that has been continuing between the governor and the Stalin government in Tamil Nadu, where there is a statement now that has been issued by the Tamil Nadu governor. Let's listen in. Yes, the statement that has been put out by the Tamil Nadu governor, quoting that a name of state and a change in that wasn't suggested. The statement that reads, and I quote, in an event at the Raj Bhavan on the 4th of January 2023 to facilitate the volunteers of Kashi Tamil Sangamam, a recently concluded not-long festival celebrating the age-old cultural connect of Tamil people with Kashi while dwelling upon the historical cultural connect between the two. I refer to the word Tamizagam in those days where there was no Tamil Nadu. Hence, in historical cultural context, I refer to the word as a more appropriate expression and interpretation or inference that it was a suggestion to change the name of Tamil Nadu is erroneous and far-fetched. Without understanding the basis of my speech, arguments that the governor is against the word Tamil Nadu have become a topic of discussion. Hence, I'm giving this clarification to put an end to it. That's the very statement from the Tamil Nadu governor on your screens, where R.N. Ravi has cleared the air, saying that there was never a suggestion in the first place to change the name of the state. Tamizagam is just a more appropriate expression, and to come down to the conclusion that a name change was suggested is absolutely erroneous. We've seen the kind of face-off between the Tamil Nadu government and the governor over this very issue. And Varshini is now joining us live on the broadcast as we stay with this statement. So Varshini, would this really settle the argument now, with the Tamil Nadu governor clearing the air that there was never an attempt to call for a name change, and this was just an appropriate expression at that very platform, but to come down to the conclusion that a name change was suggested is absolutely erroneous?
Suresh, if you see this now that this the governor of Tamil Nadu, R.N. Ravi, has issued his statement regarding this ongoing row in Tamil Nadu regarding his remarks, has definitely cleared some of the air regarding the tussle between the governor and the government that has been ongoing for a while now. Therefore, it's not just this particular issue that these parties in the state, including the ruling government, is being taking up every now and then regarding the protest that's happening, or be it the assembly sessions that took place. It's not just about this particular instance, but this is one of the many incidents that they have been quoting about the governor. This particular speech in a recent event by the Tamil Nadu governor was about how Tamilagam could be the appropriate name rather than Tamil Nadu. Definitely created a stir in the state, and but also about his remarks about the Dravidian parties rule for the past 50 years, and also the recent showdown in the Tamil Nadu State Assembly, particularly where he omitted major parts of the speech that was given to him by the Tamil Nadu state government. Therefore, this speech parts that he omitted included the names of the important leaders of the state of Tamil Nadu, and more importantly, he also omitted words such as Dravidian model, social equality, social justice. Therefore, that is the burning issue right now. Therefore, this statement clarifying his speech about the Tamilagam and Tamil Nadu would not entirely put down the issue or the fire that's been burning between the Raj Bhavan and the Tamil Nadu state government. But this could be one step ahead by the governor to make sure that the peace is being restored in the state rather than the issue growing even more. So for now, this one issue could be taken as it has been resolved by the governor, but the remaining issues, particularly what happened in the Tamil Nadu State Assembly, is not yet down, and the left parties, particularly the DMK government and its alliance parties, are definitely agitated with the kind of showdown that took place in the State Assembly session earlier this month.
Oh yes, and we've seen the furor over it, but as far as the position of the Tamil Nadu governor is concerned, he ends the statement for that reason, saying that I'm giving this clarification to put an end to it, and a very strong use of words where he says that an interpretation or inference that it was a suggestion to change the name of Tamil Nadu is erroneous and far-fetched. Without understanding the basis of my speech, arguments that the governor is against the word Tamil Nadu, quote unquote, have become a topic of discussion. So it cannot get clearer than this, Varshini. Now really reaction from the Stalin government in the due course of the day, and to understand if this will finally settle the fire that has been ongoing.
Well, absolutely, yes. This could, be an initial step of settling down the fire that is ongoing between these two. And it is more importantly seen as, a reaction from the governor that has been long awaited, because there has been a lot of issues that the government and the alliance parties have been raising in the due course of time in the 20 months of the DMK government. And they've also been speaking on various issues, not just this particular incident, but this one clarification that the DMK government or any other parties who've been protesting have never got from the governor before. But now for this particular issue that they've gotten
a response. Sorry, I'm interrupting you here, but we are cutting across to more breaking news coming in. It is a big controversy in the Delhi Assembly where Aam Aadmi Party MLA waved a bundle of cash. He alleged that the amount was offered to him as a token amount by a contractor. He's also alleged that despite him asking for an investigation, not much has been done on that front. He said that I've written to the Chief Minister and the LG regarding the matter. I've also written to the DCP to provide more security to him, and none of the letters were answered. Hence, I seek help from the Assembly. I even went up to the ACB chief, but he ducked by saying that he isn't a government worker. I've raised my voice for the people and not the politics. So he flashed a bundle of cash in the Delhi Assembly, and he has alleged that the amount was offered to him as a token amount by one of the contractors, and he has been seeking an investigation and action in the same. but there has been no hearing on that front.
स्पीकर ने कहा कि क्या केंद्र सरकार ने कोई मदद उपलब्ध कराई है, उसका सबूत दो। भारत सरकार ने या मोदी जी की सरकार ने 2419 करोड़ रुपया दिल्ली सरकार को यमुना सफाई के लिए दिए हैं। हमने वह पत्र ऑनरेबल स्पीकर को दे दिया है और ऑनरेबल स्पीकर ने यमुना, क्योंकि दुनिया की सबसे ज्यादा प्रदूषित और जहरीली
विधायकों को
नदी बन गई है,
नियम पर विधायकों को मार्शल आउट किया गया। अध्यक्ष ने कहा कि बोतल में अगर तेजाब में,
अरे भैया, यमुना के पानी में तो दिल्ली सरकार की रिपोर्ट कह रही है कि यमुना में तेजाबी पानी है। यमुना कह रही है नाले का पानी उसमें तेजाब है, उसको लोगों को पीने के लिए नहीं दिया जा सकता। ये तो रिपोर्ट कह रही है उसमें तेजाब है। ये क्या कोई नई बात है? इनकी अपनी डीपीसीसी ने कहा है कि यमुना में जो पानी है वो तेजाबी है। तो स्पीकर क्या नई बात कह रहे हैं? ये तो रिपोर्ट कह रही है इनकी।
All right, so that was a live reaction that had just come in, but this is in connection with the Aam Aadmi Party MLA flashing a bundle of notes in the assembly, where he said that this amount was allegedly offered to him as a token amount by a contractor, and he has been seeking an investigation into this matter, but no action has been taken. In this connection, he's written to the Delhi Chief Minister, he's written to the LG, he's also written to the DCP, asking him to provide more security, but no call has been heard until now. Anuj is with me on the phone line. Anuj, give us the inside story of the claims this AAP MLA is making, and whether this is really an attempt to gather more attention, or who is he blaming in this?
Well, at this point in time, the information what we are getting from the assembly is this is the Aam Aadmi Party MLA Mohinder Goyal, who has shown the bundle of cash in the assembly, what has happened, and the claim which has been made by him is that the amount was offered as a token money by a contractor to him to not raise his voice for the people. That is something what he is saying. I demanded for an investigation, but no action was taken. He is also saying the same. And he also claims, let me tell you, that I have written to the CM LG regarding this matter. I have also written to the DCP for providing me more security when none of my letters were answered. Hence, I seek help from the assembly. I even went up to the ACB chief, but he ducked by saying he isn't a government worker. I have raised my voice for the people and not the politics. That's something what this Aam Aadmi Party MLA is claiming. The name is Mohinder Goyal, let me tell you again. And he shows the bundle of cash inside the assembly. We are just trying to get the information, what exactly he is trying to say, who is exactly the contractor he is trying to blame, and what exactly the inside detail of the story is. But at this point in time, this is the shocking visuals which is coming in from inside the assembly. We are waiting for Aam Aadmi Party also to respond for the same, because this is none other but the government of Aam Aadmi Party themselves who are ruling the state. That's something what we are seeing at this point in time. We are just waiting for the more update that what exactly would have happened, who exactly this particular contractor is. Yes.
Oh yes, absolutely. But really awaiting further details, like you said, Anuj, on what the inside story is. Certainly, he brought this up in the Delhi Assembly and waved a bundle of cash. And now an investigation could be carried out in this matter. But he said that all calls of his went unheard, despite him having written to the Chief Minister, to the LG, to the DCP in this connection. But his voice was not heard, so he deemed fit to ask for help in the Delhi Assembly. A very dramatic move by the Aam Aadmi Party MLA, and what exactly he is trying to hint at this, and whether it is really an independent position that he is trying to show in the Assembly. But why is it that no one in the party paid attention to it, took note of it, are all the questions now waiting to be answered. But Anuj, continue talking to us. Republic has been able to access these pictures, and then again now, indeed after this, an investigation certainly will be conducted in this. But what is the Aam Aadmi Party?
तो एडहॉक अपॉइंटमेंट होता है, उस पे वो क्वेश्चन उठा रहे थे, तो स्पीकर साहब उनको कह रहे थे बैठिए बैठिए, अब नहीं सुनूंगा। बहुत ही दुखदाई है। मैं आपके माध्यम से कहना चाहता हूं कि सरकार सद्बुद्धि ले। जिस तरह से सिविल डिफेंस के नियुक्ति में घोटाला कर रहे हैं, जिस तरह से आंगनबाड़ी के कर्मचारियों की नियुक्ति में घोटाला कर रहे हैं, जिस तरह से होम गार्ड के नियुक्ति में घोटाला कर रहे हैं, जिस तरह से डीटीसी बस में अपने कार्यकर्ताओं को महिला डिफेंस के लिए घोटाला कर रहे हैं, जिस तरह से वो ऑन ऑफ पे अपने कार्यकर्ताओं की ड्यूटी पैसे लेके लगा रहे हैं, उस पे सरकार की कलई उनके विधायक ने खोला है और इस पे कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। हम भी उनके साथ हैं।
समझ में नहीं आता है, वो भी कह रहे हैं कि हम भ्रष्टाचार उजागर कर रहे हैं, आप भी कह रहे हैं कि भ्रष्टाचार।
All right, Anuj, I want to come to you to understand the inside details. Is this also an allegation of corruption within the MCD? Which contractor is he typically mentioning? And before I take that answer from you, Manjinder Singh Sirsa is with us on the phone line. Sirsa Sahab, your reaction to this very dramatic move in the Delhi Assembly and how the Aam Aadmi Party MLA is complaining that his calls went unheard when he claimed that he was bribed, but no one within the party or the LG or the police had listened to him or conducted an investigation.
इससे बड़ी ड्रामेबाजी और नटंकी क्या हो सकती है कि महेंद्र गोयल खुद पैसे लिए घूम रहे हैं। अभी तुम्हें जब रिश्वत देने आया तब पकड़ाना था, कौन देने आया, क्यों पैसे दिए। ऐसी देश में कभी दुनिया में किसी की मजबूरी देखी है कि तुम रिश्वत के पैसे ले लो? रिश्वत देने वाले के बारे में ना बताओ, रिश्वत देने वाले को ना पकड़वाओ मौके पर, और फिर कहो पैसे लिए घूमो को मुझे पैसे दे गया, मुझे देखो पैसे दे गया, मुझे पैसे देकर चला गया। ये तो बहुत बड़ी नौटंकी ड्रामेबाजी। अब क्या है जो मैं एंटिसिपेट कर रहा हूँ, पैसे ले लिए हैं, काम करवाया नहीं गया, अब वो पीछे दौड़ रहे होंगे, वो मुकदमा दर्ज हो ना जाए, पकड़े ना जाए, रिश्वत लेते ना पकड़े जाएं। अब ये नौटंकीबाजी ड्रामेशेबाजी शुरू कर दी। ये केजरीवाल की पार्टी की सेरा है, सामने सच्चाई आपके सामने है। आप बताइए, आपने आज से पहले ऐसा कब नौटंकी देखी कि पैसे देकर कौन आदमी गया है उसके बारे में पता नहीं। तुमने पैसे लिए क्यों? तुम तो ईमानदार आदमी हो, तुम्हारे घर में रिश्वत के पैसे आ गए और फिर तुम नोट विधानसभा में लेके आए। किसकी जरूरत हो कि वो किसी के घर में पैसे दे जाए और उसको तुम पकड़वाओ भी ना और पैसे लिए विधानसभा में घूमो? तो ये सब नौटंकी कर रहे हैं, पकड़े जाने का डर है, काम कराया नहीं, पैसे ले लिए, किसी से रिश्वत ली, अब डर रहे हैं कि रिश्वत के पकड़े जाएंगे और ये विधानसभा में आकर इसलिए नौटंकी कर रहे हैं।
All right, Manjinder Singh Sirsa, many thanks for speaking to Republic this afternoon. Sardar RP Singh also with us on the phone line. Your reaction to what has happened in the Delhi Assembly, a mere attention-seeking gimmick, or do you think there's more to this and the top leadership is aware? Because this man is alleging corruption, but is there corruption within the party? What do you make of it?
First, the Speaker of the House should immediately order for taking action against all such MLAs or all such ministers who are creating ruckus and doing all this gimmickry in the House, because they are not entitled to show cash in the House or take cash in the House. One. Secondly, this is all mimicry. This is all gimmickry, and they are doing it only because they want to divert people's attention from the core issue that Delhi is the most polluted city and Delhi is suffering from pollution. Delhi is suffering from basic essentials like health services. Delhi is suffering from the basic of education. So Delhi is suffering from the transportation. So whenever leaders in the House try to speak on such subjects, they to divert the people's attention, they do this gimmickry in the House.
All right, Sardar RP Singh there giving us details of how the BJP is looking at this action in the Delhi Assembly, and the Aam Aadmi Party MLA waving a bunch of notes as he alleges corruption by a contractor. But the BJP now claiming that action must be taken against this Aam Aadmi Party MLA, for he has taken bribe and how exactly was this allowed in the Delhi Assembly? We'll continue to put out more reactions on this, but those are the first pictures on Republic of what had happened in the Delhi Assembly.
एक वो अमाउंट जो टोकन मनी के तौर के ऊपर उन्होंने मुझे दी थी, जिसके अंदर मैंने लिखा हुआ है कि ये रिश्वत का पैसा ये लोग मुझे दे रहे हैं और मैं रंगे हाथों इन आदमियों को पकड़वाना चाहता हूं, लेकिन कोई कार्रवाई नहीं की। ये वो पैसे हैं, वो बंडल है जो सुरक्षित है। मैं विपक्ष के साथियों से भी कह रहा हूं, इस काम का राजनीति करना हो। मैं अपने साथियों से भी कह रहा हूं, सत्ता पक्ष के जितने भी साथी हैं, इस बात का राजनीति करना हो। ये मैं मुद्दा जो उठा रहा हूं, ये जनता का मुद्दा उठा रहा हूं। जनता की आवाज इस सदन के अंदर उठाने के लिए सभी मेंबर्स आते हैं। ये पैसे, ये वो रिश्वत के पैसे हैं जो टोकन मनी के ऊपर मुझे दिए गए। किस चीज की? ये कि आप ये आवाज मत उठाओ, हमें ये पैसा लेने दो। इस मामले में मैं एलजी साहब से भी मिला हूं, एलजी साहब को भी पत्र लिखा है, मैंने सीएस साहब को भी लिखा है, मैंने हर दरवाजे के ऊपर मिला हूं। अपनी जान जोखिम के अंदर डालकर मैं ये काम कर रहा हूं, क्योंकि वो इतने दबंग व्यक्ति हैं कि मेरे साथ भी वो कुछ कर सकते हैं। मैं विपक्ष के भी सभी साथियों से यह हाथ जोड़ के आग्रह कर रहा हूं, इसका राजनीतिकरण नहीं होना चाहिए। सत्ता पक्ष के साथियों से भी मैं बार बार एक ही रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूं, इसका राजनीतिकरण नहीं, ये दिल्ली के जनता के हितों के लिए मैं आवाज उठा रहा हूं। इस सदन के अंदर जितने भी आदमी आते हैं वो सभी जनता के हितों के लिए आते हैं। मुझे पता है मेरे साथ में वो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। मैंने डीसीपी साहब को पत्र लिखा कि मुझे सुरक्षा की जरूरत है। मेरे आगे पीछे इस प्रकार के दबंग घूम रहे हैं, मुझे धमकी देते हैं, लेकिन मुझे सुरक्षा प्रदान नहीं की गई। लेकिन कोई बात नहीं है, मैं ऐसे सदन का साथी हूं जिसके अंदर महात्मा गांधी जी बैठे हैं, विठल भाई पटेल जी बैठे हैं और बड़े बड़े नेता बैठे हैं। यहां पर हम जनता के द्वारा चुन के आए हैं। आज ये जनता की आवाज मैं आपके ये समक्ष उठा रहा हूं। इसको आप किसी भी कमेटी को रेफर करें या कोई भी आप इसकी निष्पक्ष जांच करवाए। ये खाली ये नहीं है कि बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर हॉस्पिटल के अंदर है। मैंने उनका स्टिंग करवाने की कोशिश की थी, मैंने एक आदमी की भी ड्यूटी लगाई थी। मुझे पता है कहीं पे धोखा हुआ है, लेकिन जनता का चुना हुआ नुमाइंदा, जनता के आवाज के लिए मुझे चाहे कुर्बानी भी देनी पड़ेगी, मैं वो भी देने के लिए तैयार हूं। और इस समय में भी जो ये काम चल रहा है, बहुत घटिया स्तरों के ऊपर ये काम चल रहा है। मैं इस मामले के अंदर यह भी चाहूंगा, मैं नेता विपक्ष के भी मुंह से एक बात सुनना चाहूंगा। मैं डीसीपी साहब पहले प्रणव तायल जी थे, अब दूसरे डीसीपी साहब चेंज होता आ गए हैं। इस मामले के अंदर एक नहीं।
महेंद्र जी, अब मेरी बात सुन लीजिए प्लीज।
हाँ जी,
ये सारा मैटर आप लिख करके लेटर पैड पे मुझे दीजिए, मैं इसको पेटिशन कमेटी को रेफर कर रहा हूँ। जो जो लेटर आपने एलजी को लिखे, जो भी लेटर आपने कमिश्नर को लिखा, विद ठेकेदार के नाम, किस डेट में वो ठेकेदार अपॉइंट हुआ, वो सारा मुझे लिख के भेज दीजिए।
सर, मैं कल भी एसीबी के अंदर गया, मैं बता रहा हूं आपको। महाजन साहब प्लीज, महाजन, मैं राजनीति करने कर रहा हूं, मैं।
All right, so massive allegations been made by this Aam Aadmi Party MLA in the Delhi Assembly, and that has drawn a lot of attention as he seeks an investigation, but the BJP also looks at it as a gimmick and something that the top leadership must look into. We'll continue to track the story very closely. For the moment, we slip into a short commercial break. Also, a quick check of the other big stories we are tracking for you this afternoon, as the Election Commission news briefing will be held at 2:30 p.m. this afternoon, where the ECI is set to declare dates of polling in Tripura, Meghalaya and Nagaland. Also, Aam Aadmi Party SPN left attending KCR's rally. A big question being if it's an attempt for a third front ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha polls.
When timeless European design meets cutting-edge technology, it's QO. QO, European Bath Lounges.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
When the first temple was targeted, Republic was live at the location.
London has been very peaceful, but these Khalistani groups have been really taking out rallies in large number, mobilizing people in large number for referendum. They have been saying that the Indian government should really allow referendum in Punjab.
When the second temple was desecrated, Republic was live at the location.
These people don't have guts to go to the Australian Parliament and do something similar to this there. They are only attacking Hindus' temple because they know that Hindus are always taken for granted.
Republic Live from Melbourne. The biggest news.
So in your view, what was the role of the media at a time when national security can be jeopardized? So do you think there was a section of the narrative, people, media, whatever, wittingly or unwittingly, for example, vis-a-vis Pakistan normalizing terrorism?
I think the real debate with Pakistan is not should you talk to Pakistan or not talk to Pakistan. It is what should you talk to Pakistan about. And there has been clarity in the last 5 years that unless we address the issue of terrorism, cross-border terrorism, talking about anything else doesn't make sense.
The biggest newsmakers.
How's the faster rollout of 5G made possible? Were you working on deadlines?
We have a leadership which believes in performance, which believes in delivery, which believes in making sure that whatever people's aspirations are, those aspirations are met with full vigor, full force, full commitment.
From dropping the nuclear threat to saying Pakistan has learnt lessons.
Pakistan has learnt its lesson. We had 3 wars with India, 3. And the consequence of those wars, as a result, it only brought more miseries.
Bhutto's boss Sharif admits lesson learnt. From embarrassed to learning lessons. Pakistan forced to fall in line.
Mails exchanged with Robert Vadra.
The allegation
are now being found out with the photos and videos leaked on social media, which shows that History Sheeter has been allowed to celebrate his birthday, and there are over 30 to 35 people along with this rowdy Sheeter by the name of Kiran in the Ramnagara jail, where there has been a huge decoration which has been put up inside cell number 2 as well, and this comes on the backdrop of an inmate from Hindalga jail, Jayesh Pujari, making threat calls to the Union Minister Nitin Gadkari. So this has now gone on to point out to the fact that there has been several questions raised about the safety in the jail as well as the strict measures that will be taken by the police officials, because somewhere the lackadaisical attitude of the police officials is seen, and also the prisoners are able to get through mobile phones, food and liquor for celebration as well. So who's gone on to give these permission to these accused is one of the questions that is being asked. And also in terms of the infrastructure, the jails in Karnataka or across Karnataka will have to go on and improve on it, because this is something which will turn out to be a huge problem for the government in the future.
Time now for a short break. On the other side, the Election Commission news briefing at 2:30 p.m. ECI to declare dates of polling in Tripura, Meghalaya and Nagaland.
When timeless European design meets cutting-edge technology, it's QO. QO, European Bath Lounges.
The biggest news.
So in your view, what was the role of the media at a time when national security can be jeopardized? So do you think there was a section of the narrative, people, media, whatever, wittingly or unwittingly, for example, vis-a-vis Pakistan normalizing terrorism?
I think the real debate with Pakistan is not should you talk to Pakistan or not talk to Pakistan. It is what should you talk to Pakistan about. And there has been clarity in the last 5 years that unless we address the issue of terrorism, cross-border terrorism, talking about anything else doesn't make sense.
The biggest newsmakers.
How's the faster rollout of 5G made possible? Were you working on deadlines?
We have a leadership which believes in performance, which believes in delivery, which believes in making sure that whatever people's aspirations are, those aspirations are met with full vigor, full force, full commitment.
From dropping the nuclear threat to saying Pakistan has learnt lessons.
Pakistan has learned its lesson. We had 3 wars with India, 3. And the consequence of those wars, as a result, it only brought more miseries.
Bhutto's boss Sharif admits lesson learnt. From embarrassed to learning lessons. Pakistan forced to fall in line.
Mails exchanged with Robert Vadra.
The allegation against Robert Vadra being that this central London property, which is in the name of Sanjay Bhandari, is a property that is de facto owned by none other than Robert Vadra himself.
An arms dealer tracked down to London.
Mr. Bhandari. Mr. Bhandari.
An investigation the nation followed. Sanjay Bhandari will be extradited. A Republic investigation impact.
The biggest news.
The Chinese economy is not as attractive as it used to be. The American economy is hinged on an overextension. It is fragile, it is overstretched. But if India is to emerge as an alternative, I hate to sound cruel about it, America has to fall. Can America course correct?
Whatever happens to America, the worst affected country will be China.
So they'll fall together.
Serious problems, because the kind of problems that China will face if the export-driven economy receives a setback, I don't think the Chinese system will be able to manage.
The biggest newsmakers.
Your government says bring in the CA, change the legislation. You are saying that Hindus from Bangladesh should come, but they are also foreigners. This changes the full premise of the same students' agitation with which you have been associated yourself.
Hindu doesn't have any address except India. As an Indian, no one can deny the rights of persecuted Hindu to come back to their own motherland. Can Hindu go to Arab? Can Hindu go to Pakistan? Can Hindu go to certain other country? Hindus has to come here.
Mails exchanged with Robert Vadra.
The allegation against Robert Vadra being that this central London property, which is in the name of Sanjay Bhandari, is a property that is de facto owned by none other than Robert Vadra himself.
An arms dealer tracked down to London.
Mr. Bhandari. Mr. Bhandari.
An investigation the nation followed. Sanjay Bhandari will be extradited. A Republic investigation impact.
Viewers, top headlines are tracking right now at this point of time. Let's start in an attempt to, in fact, unite opposition. KCR organizes first big rally in Telangana's Khammam. Aam Aadmi Party SP and left in Telangana, Kejriwal, Maan and Akhilesh joins KCR's ambitious rally. Video goes viral. Telangana BJP chief Bandi Sanjay's son booked for assault. Aam Aadmi Party MLA waves bundle of notes in Delhi Assembly, makes massive claims. Tamil Nadu governor issues clarification, says did not mean to suggest name change of state. It's getting some breaking news coming in. Republic has accessed the statements of relatives of D gang members to NIA. The statements indicate the D gang controls the Karachi airport. We're getting some sensational details coming in of the D company investigation. Details we're getting for you right now. And the big question we're asking on Republic TV is, does the D company control the Karachi airport? Are the Pakistani airlines controlled by the D company? And in fact, the statements to NIA reveal Dawood controls Karachi airport. Let's go to Niranjan joining us from Mumbai newsroom for more. Niranjan, take us through this big breaking we're getting for our viewers right now.
Well, a few years back, Republic TV had we had broken the Dawood files. We had visited his house in Karachi. We passed his residence in Clifton, Karachi. We had those pictures as well. So our correspondent in Pakistan had shown where Dawood lives, which lane Dawood lives, what kind of security Dawood gets. All of these visuals are also there. So in the course of this broadcast, we'll pull out those visuals as well. But let me tell you, the files that we have accessed, and Alisha's accessed these files, we'll pull out some details. Essentially, this is the investigation by the NIA on the Dawood files, and the Dawood files reveal that Dawood gang in Pakistan controls the Karachi airport. Let me read out one statement, for example. This is the statement of Sazia Mohammad Salim Qureshi, wife of Salim Qureshi, or Salim Fruit. This is her detailed testimony. It's an explosive testimony that talks about how she visited Pakistan. And I'm going to talk about this particular portion because she says she visited Karachi in 2013. She, along with her children, visited Karachi for the engagement of Chota Shakil's daughter. So there are weddings taking place in Pakistan of underworld dons, and it's happening in Karachi. So she says here that Chota Shakil's daughter Zoya's engagement was at Karachi, and not just that. In 2014, March 2014, I, along with my children, visited Pakistan illegally. Illegal visit to Pakistan, illegal visit. And not just that, she also goes on to talk about how she visited Karachi, and she says, I went to Karachi, Pakistan by a Pakistani airline. We were taken out of Karachi airport without a stamp. Says she was taken out of Karachi airport without a stamp by some person who sent from Chota Shakil and went to Chota Shakil's house to attend the engagement ceremony. They stayed at Chota Shakil's house in Karachi for 5 to 6 days, and then some person who was sent by Chota Shakil arranged for a ticket to the UAE, and they once again entered the airport without a stamp. So they are saying that in Karachi, there were people from Mumbai going to Karachi, and they were taken out of the airport without a stamp, without immigration, without any checks. So they controlled, the Dawood gang controlled the airport in Karachi is what we are picking up. And these are details that have emerged in the NIA investigation. We'll go across to Alisha as well, but explosive details that are coming to the forefront that shows how until 2014, until the Modi government came in, the D company was operating freely between India and Pakistan. Salim Fruit who was picked up by the agencies in India. His wife, she has said on record, she was taken to Karachi. She went to Karachi in Pakistan, attended a wedding in Pakistan. Her children went to Pakistan, and all of them had free access to the Karachi airport. Nobody stopped them. Taken outside the airport without any stamp, without any checks, stayed in Chota Shakil's house, left the airport, entered the airport, exited the airport without any checks, and they were traveling freely between India, Pakistan and UAE. And all of this was happening pre-2014, which is revealed in this entire, the document, the dossier accessed by Republic TV, the Dawood files, details of which we are picking up and breaking part by part. It's a long trail of documents that we have, which runs into over 100 pages, and we're picking up the details. And this is one such detail that has emerged, that the Dawood company, D-gang controls the Karachi airport. Who comes in, who goes out? Can you imagine, in an international airport, people are coming in and going out without any checks, are given free access. The wife of Salim Fruit here is saying that Chota Shakil sent a man. Chota Shakil sent a man to ensure that their passports are not stamped or checked. They've exited the airport without any stamp or check. They entered the airport without any stamp or check. And this is how the D company has been operating for decades now. This is a big expose. We knew always that he was in Karachi, but this is for the first time that you have something on record in India. The Indian agencies, the NIA, has gone on record to say that it was Dawood's company that is operating from Karachi, and people from Mumbai, I repeat, people from Mumbai were traveling to Karachi and staying in Dawood gang homes, attending the weddings of their children, and all of this is for the first time, coming on record. Let's try and see if we can go across to Alisha and Shavan as well. This is a big news break. The Dawood files accessed by Republic TV. It's a part-by-part investigation that we are putting out. If Alisha is live, I'll go across to her as well. Alisha, just before I come across to you, just once again to all our viewers joining us, once again getting you the details of what the Dawood files reveal. The Dawood files reveal, and I'm reading from it. We'll stick to the graphics on air. I'm just reiterating what is there. So I'm going to also pull out, by the way, we had shots of where Dawood stays in Karachi, in Clifton, Karachi. Those were visuals as part of the Republic investigation. We had pulled out some of those. We had reported from there, and we had those videos of where Dawood stays, and the pictures will also be on Republic TV in a short while from now. But in 2014, I repeat, in 2013 and 2014, the wife of Salim Fruit, whose testimony we have accessed, her name is Sazia Mohammed Salim Qureshi, wife of Salim Qureshi or Salim Fruit, said that she had visited Karachi in 2013 to attend Chota Shakil's daughter's engagement, and she goes on to detail how many visits were made, and not just one, several visits. Says in 2013 she visited Karachi, in 2014 she visited Pakistan, and she, along with her children, visited Pakistan illegally to attend Chota Shakil's younger daughter Anam's engagement in Karachi. Salim Fruit didn't attend the program, went to Karachi, Pakistan by a Pakistani airline, taken out of the Karachi airport without any stamp. Look at this, taken out of the Karachi airport without stamp by some person who was sent from Chota Shakil, and went to Chota Shakil's house, attended engagement ceremony, stayed at Chota Shakil's house in Karachi for 5 to 6 days. Then some person who was sent by Chota Shakil arranged for a ticket to the UAE. So explosive details coming in of the Dawood gang, the Dawood files accessed by Republic, and we'll try and get some reactions to this as well. Big revelation. There are several pages. What we'll do is we'll pull out some more pages from the Dawood files and show some more pages of what the Dawood files reveal. Essentially, Shivangi, this is what we have. This is